Hello and welcome to News 9. I'm Nishtita, and first up, around 15,000 farmers under the banner of Karnataka Rajya Raita Sangha are marching from the city railway station to Freedom Park. This has thrown the traffic situation completely out of gear in and around Majestic Malleshwaram area. After several hours, the protests have now ended with the arrest of several farmers. In fact, earlier in the day, traffic in the central part of the city came to a grinding halt as thousands of sugarcane farmers from across the state took out a protest rally demanding payment of cane arrears from sugar mills. Well, in fact, these are the live visuals that you see on your television screens. You can see the police officials forcefully moving away the bus. Let's not forget that just a while back, several farmers have been taken into custody. In fact, have been detained as the police found the entire situation completely out of hand. Let's not forget that this is the busy Majestic Malleshwaram area. It is the arterial road of Bengaluru. It witnesses heavy traffic all through the day, and 15,000 farmers converging on this stretch has thrown the traffic situation completely out of gear, and the police officials forced to use some force and also have taken a few of these protesting farmers into custody. My colleague Harish joins us with more details on this. Well, Harish, what is the situation now?
Well, right now the farmers have courted arrest, and most of them have been taken away from the spot, and they are most likely to be taken to the Adugudi police grounds, and they are likely to be kept there for a few hours. And as we speak, there are a few more hundred of farmers over here, and the police are arranging buses to take them away. There was a bus that was summoned, a BMTC bus, to take away these farmers, but it developed a mechanical problem and lost control and rammed into one of the stationary police jeeps, after which now they are making alternate arrangements to take these farmers to the ground. Some of them have already been taken, and a few more, roughly around 200 other farmers are still over here at the Freedom Park. In the meanwhile, the traffic continues to be blocked. The road connecting the Majestic area to the Freedom Park and further on has been blocked as of now, and it is likely to be opened in the next few in the next 1 hour or so. Once all these farmers are arrested and taken away from here, the road will be opened up for traffic. In the meanwhile, there is a lot of traffic pile up in and around Anandrav Circle, the JDS office, and the racecourse road, with all the traffic being diverted to that side, Nishita.
Right, and also, are we seeing the police use force to move out the protesters from the area, Harish?
Well, there's no use of heavy force as such. The farmers are courting arrest, so the police are making sure that as soon as they come out of the barricade, they are taken into the bus, and they do not get an opportunity to go towards Vidhan Sabha, Nishita.
Right, and also, Harish, we understand that the traffic has been completely thrown out of gear, and the police officials are doing all they can to clear out these farmers from the spot at the moment. But that is not the end of the problem here. This is the second time that the farmers have taken to the streets in the last 1 week, and the government really needs to look into their problems to bring about a solution. Otherwise, regularly we will see such disruptions.
Yes, and that is precisely what the Farmers Union, various associations are saying, that even last week we protested, or perhaps a different Farmers Union protested back then as well. The state government promised that they will call various Farmers Union and groups and have discussions with them, try to understand what is their problem. The government also assured them that roughly around 350 crores will be released, of which the farmers will get a certain amount as minimum support price. The government also assured that various sugar factories which haven't paid the bills of these farmers will pay the bill. The government assured the farmers that in case these factories do not pay up the bill, do not pay the amount that is due to these farmers, the government itself will go ahead and auction the stock that is in these sugar mills and later on pay the farmers. But it all has been assurance. There hasn't been any change on the ground as such. Today as well, various issues have been raised by these farmers, whether it's the minimum support price for sugarcane or cotton and other crops, or the second protest demanding that the government regularize encroachment, small encroachments of government land by farmers. These are some of the issues. The state government is currently in a session. There's the legislative assembly that is going on. The revenue minister was here. He assured that he will speak to the chief minister, then call a meeting where all the farmer unions and associations are present, and then come up with a comprehensive solution for various problems. But remember, this has been on for the last 1 year. The state government last year too, remember Nishita, one farmer committed suicide when the Belgavi session was happening. Back then as well, the state government had given various assurances. It has been nearly 1 year since the Siddaramaiah government came in, but very little seems to have changed or have been given to the farmers, Nishita.
And also, by when will we see the entire stretch completely cleared out? Any approximation at this point in time, Harish?
Well, as we speak, few hundred farmers who are remaining over here are being put into a tempo and other vehicles and taken away from here. The police estimate that around 2:33 is when they can open up the entire stretch and for traffic, and it will take another 1 or 2 hours after that for the traffic to come back to normalcy in the areas around Freedom Park and Majestic, Nishita.
Right, thank you for joining us with all those details there, Harish. Well, these were the scenes witnessed just a while back where farmers faced off with the police officials, but now the police officials are detaining these farmers. There is no force being used, as my colleague Harish went on to point out, as the farmers are quoting arrest. They just want to make a point that that in total these farmers have pending dues of almost over 3,000 crore rupees from various sugar factories, but the government has been doing precious little to get them the arrears. And moving on now, looks like the Lord Balaji Temple of Tirumala is simply matchless when it comes to netting record hundi collections. In a unique feat, the famous hill shrine bettered its own previous record for the highest single-day collections from the offerings made by devotees. The TTD authorities at the end of the sacred Parakamani or Hundi money counting ritual yesterday collected a staggering 4.45 crore rupees from the Hundi. The amount is about 20 lakh rupees higher than the previous best collection recorded at Tirumala. Well, my colleague Nolan joins us with more details on this. Well, Nolan, what more can you tell us?
Well, it's actually fantastic what they have collected. Like you stated, the amount is about 20 lakhs higher than the previous best collection recorded at Tirumala. Now, on the occasion, auspicious day of Vaikuntha Ekadashi on 3rd January 2012, the Tirumala Temple Hundi collections peaked to about 4.24 crore rupees. Now, in fact, the TTD authorities attribute this large collection on Sunday to, they say, one is largely to coincidence, they say, of generous offerings made by some anonymous devotees. They're not giving the names. Furthermore, they also stated that during the money counting rituals, they found multiple wards of currency in the denomination of 1,000 rupees. Apart from that, the officials have refrained from disclosing the exact worth of each of these currency bundles. That's the information we are getting now. Apart from that, again, they're saying that, all this is, they're getting so much of collections, everything is fine, but the people are still not happy because the common man has no respite in the ordeal. They still have to wait in long queues. In fact, it is stated that they have no option but to spend at least 30 hours in the queue lines in order to get the darshan.
Right, absolutely. And also we understand that Tirumala has already broken its previous record, as we mentioned earlier, 20 lakh rupees higher than what it had collected last year. So any such reactions or word of thanks coming in from the temple officials there, Nolan?
Well, no word of thanks per se, but they are just very happy with what's happened, and they say that this is because of the generous offerings made by some anonymous devotees. That is it, nothing more, nothing less. No statement as such has come. It's the only statement that we've received is that they collected so and so amount, that is 4.45 4.45 crores, which is actually about 20 lakhs, much more than what they collected on January 3rd, 2012, which was 4.24 crores, and that they found multiple wards of currency in the denomination of 1,000 rupees.
Right, Nolan, thank you for joining us with all those details. Well, the amount is about 20 lakh rupees higher than the previous best collection recorded at Tirumala on the auspicious day of Vaikunta Ekadashi. On the 3rd of January in 2012, the Tirumala temple hundi collections peaked to 4.24 crore rupees. Well, leader of the opposition in the Andhra Assembly, Jagan Mohan Reddy, has challenged the Chandrababu Naidu-led TDP government. Reddy has alleged that the promoters of the controversial Brahmani steel had obtained over 300 crore rupees by offering the Brahmani steel as collateral. He also said that Naidu had visited Singapore along with Gali Janardhan Reddy and another sitting MLA, Kalve Srinivas. Let's listen to what Jagan Mohan Reddy said on the floor of the House.
శ్రీకాంత్ ఒక ఛాలెంజ్ విసిరాడు. తీసుకుంటాడేమో నరేంద్ర గారిని అడుగుదాం. బ్రాహ్మిణి స్టీల్ అనే సంస్థ ఆ భూములు తీసుకొని ఆ భూములు తాకట్టు పెట్టి బ్యాంకుల్లో 300 కోట్ల రూపాయల రుణాలు మీరు బ్రాహ్మిణి స్టీల్ వాళ్ళు తెచ్చుకున్నారు అని మీరు అంటున్నారు. శ్రీకాంత్ కాసేపటి కిందట మాట్లాడుతూ తాను ఛాలెంజ్ చేశాడు. ఇదే నిజమైతే తాను రాజీనామా చేస్తాడు, మీరు రాజీనామా చేయడానికి సిద్ధమేనా అని చెప్పి శ్రీకాంత్ అడుగుతున్నాడు.
Well, my colleague Arun joins us with more details on this. Well, Arun, what more can you tell us?
That's right, Nishchita. It looks like it's going to be a no-holds-barred contest between the YSR Congress and the TDP. Remember, the festering point at this point of time is the issue of how the promoters of Brahmani steel, that is Gali Janardhan Reddy, the mining baron from Bellary, could have probably misused the land which was allocated to his group. And the allegation that is being leveled by the YSR Congress chief Jagan Mohan Reddy against the chief minister of Andhra, that is Chandrababu Naidu, is the fact that Naidu was very well aware of the fact that the land had been pledged to financial institutions to raise as much as over 300 crores that Naidu had in fact gone to Singapore, and he was accompanied during that trip by none other than Gali Janardhan Reddy and Kalve Srinivas, an incumbent sitting MLA. So Jagan Mohan Reddy has now upped the ante. He says that if the TDP has enough guts, they should take up the challenge thrown up by Srikanth Reddy, who is a YSR Congress MLA,